The give to the tailback. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with the dub.
Right, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them that, hey, we're the best in the country.
And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the toe.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is improved. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's doing great with it.
The 12th man, more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's York. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Gets it out quickly. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's York. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass, it's Wells. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. But he was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Tosses it back. Under fire. And when he gets there, then they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. The defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, gave it the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to scramble. Spits it out to the back. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the ground, ball back. Turning it on. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Looking to pass, it's Wells. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense looks like they're coming. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It'll be 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Wells. It's caught. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. On the move at the 30. Breaks into the open on the left. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
To the air on second down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Wells. Got the quick pass. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Texas A&M going up tempo. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive balance.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Let's go! Let's go!
He might want another play. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. Runs through. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, You better protect the football. I don't care how good you are. You better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
From the gun, the running back has it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Off the play fake on first down. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Wells. Finds his man. It's Cook. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Got the back over the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He'll work his way down to the 28. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Just drives in between the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The give to the back. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the back. On the move, it's Cook. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking for a man. It's Wells. The screen. He's got wheels. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on second down. He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the third sack of the game for this unit.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Finds some room. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the 1st half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Wells. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Aggie. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? He wants to throw it. Rushes on him. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
To throw, it's Wells. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18!
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Quarterback making checks. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Wants to go up top on first down. That's got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line.
Here we go, Zach. Ready. Center. Ready, go.
Looking downfield, it's Wells. Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Gets the back moving. They'll try the run. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Open space at the 25. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Fights off the defender. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finding open area. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Here on third down, these DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I...
There he goes. Discards him with a stiff arm. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And the Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Sooners! And the route is on.
And they pay off the drive with a touchdown run, but what a drive. Almost the full length of the field, 98 yards. That's how you put a drive together when you're backed up on your own 2-yard line and get 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
Let's go! Let's go!
To the air, it's Wells. Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Quarterback making adjustments. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Dropping back, it's Wells. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Thomas. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Past the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a lead.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Off the boot wagon rolling out. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Right down the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Back to pass, it's Wells. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw.